In today's volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous, and hyper-connected business landscape, market disruptions such as the pandemic and rapid technological advancements are more frequent than ever. For companies to simply digitize their business and maintain the same approach to operations and decision-making as before is no longer enough. A company's capabilities to solve complex problems, handle ambiguity, and embrace agile innovations are crucial to achieving extraordinary results in a VUCAH world. Contrary to common beliefs, these capabilities can be learned and developed over time through the right exposure and training. Organizations need to embrace the different competencies that will make their business more resilient, innovative, and adaptable in the face of many unknowns. To meet this demand, the Singapore Institute of Management presents the Dash Plus framework, a holistic approach to organizational and professional learning. Dash Plus stands for Design Thinking, Agile Thinking, Systems Thinking, Human Capital, and Leadership Plus. Design thinking is a human-centered approach to creative problem solving. It addresses the biases and conventions embedded in traditional approaches that hinder innovation and allows teams to ask the right questions when addressing a challenge. In 2003, a reputable electronics company wanted to improve the aesthetics of their television sets. They learned from ethnographic research that most television sets are off far more hours than they are on, basically making them pieces of furniture much of the time. With this knowledge in mind, the product designers started thinking from the customer's perspective and adopted a design thinking approach to redesigning the products. They came to the conclusion that rethinking the form of the television would be key and set out to develop a sleeker, more visually stunning design. To test customers' reception of the new design, they experimented with the European market first. It turned out to be a big hit, and this spurred the company on to make an even more daring design. When the full line of products were launched, the company sold 1 million units in 6 months. That's a 40% increase in sales compared to the previous year. With design thinking, the company was able to focus on their customers and figure out what they really need. This enabled them to consistently come up with products that their target market values. Essentially, design thinking boils down to 3 things. 1. Understanding what customers value. 2. Creating value for customers. 3. Innovating with the end users in mind. Agile thinking is touted as one of the most important work methodologies in the modern world. It came about as a response to the slow bureaucratic practices inherent in large organizations, and instead promoted flexibility, agility, and independent decision-making. Agile methods work in concert with design thinking, where teams are focused on delivering value to customers in the most efficient way. It does this by portioning teams and projects into smaller, independent but collaborative units, which helps projects move faster and in real time. If agile methodologies are implemented correctly, they can almost always result in higher productivity, faster time to market, and lower risk as compared to traditional approaches. A family-owned bed and mattress manufacturing company based in the UK, which use highly manual processes to manage their operations, was experiencing obstacles in the business. One of its key challenges was a lack of communication strategy to improve transparency and collaboration among members. By the simple addition of daily scrum meetings, simply referred to as morning meetings, on the factory floor, significantly improved productivity, operational control, and coordination despite a lack of formal procedures and automation. Agile organizations achieve faster time to market and higher revenue growth at lower costs. And most importantly, they have the ability to pivot and thrive in an ever-changing digital world. Systems thinking is a decision-making approach that enables stakeholders to tackle complex problems. It encourages leaders and teams to look at behaviors and processes as parts of a system, which keeps them from being reactive and instead encourages them to consider the complexities of their situation. For instance, the idea of investing in sustainability might seem like a tangent for businesses as it doesn't offer any immediate, straightforward returns. But companies that do invest in sustainability have discovered how it aligns with their overall vision. Multinational corporations from the technology, automotive, and retail industries have invested in sustainability because of an understanding of the larger impact their decisions have on different stakeholders, such as the environment, their business, and their customers. This approach can be applied to any number of situations. What to do during an economic crisis, how to appeal to new customer segments, when to make big decisions. Therefore, it's imperative for leaders to be equipped with systems thinking to steer the organization in the right direction. One of the most important management competencies required in a VUCAH world. Systems thinking is a disciplined approach for examining problems more completely and reframing perspectives. It allows us to ask better questions before jumping to conclusions and formulate effective strategies for problem solving. Talent is often considered an organization's most valuable asset. It is people who make decisions, come up with ideas, and influence company culture. They also bring their skill sets to the table, which can provide organizations with a unique advantage. However, natural talent alone is not enough. Skills need to be honed. And as business environments change, so do the skills needed to thrive. That is why maintaining and improving the quality of a company's human capital is critical. According to a consumer sentiment study conducted by a bank in July 2020, 9 in 10 Singapore workers see an urgent need to reskill amid the job uncertainty brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Thousands of jobs were affected amid the recession, and many believe that learning new skills aligned with digitalization will be crucial to staying relevant in the future of work. Organizations need to reskill their workforce and equip them with new competencies. Whether that's an adaptness with technology, empathy, agility, innovation capabilities, problem solving, or better management of their own mental well-being. With a well-designed learning and development program in place, organizations will be able to keep their smartest people on board and enjoy long-term success with a high-performing team. In the Dash Plus framework, elements of design thinking, agile thinking, systems thinking, and human capital are all tied together by leadership. It is evergreen and does not just affect CEOs and COOs. People may lead groups of all sizes, small departments, big divisions, multinational corporations. When you talk about good leadership, qualities like being able to make good decisions, being transparent, empathy, and strategic vision are some of the common ones that come to mind. But one important factor is that these values or skills take a different flavor given the zeitgeist, given the generation, given the situations, and it is pivotal for good leadership to adapt and evolve. The Dash Plus framework emphasizes the importance of leadership teams, adopting and applying these competencies first. This is because organizational change starts with leadership. Without dynamic and progressive leadership, everything falls apart. Good leadership inspires extraordinary performance. During a crisis, outstanding leaders have the ability to plan and bring people together to successfully navigate uncharted territories. SIM's Dash Plus framework provides organizations of all sizes with a model to successfully adopt and integrate the competencies required for an increasingly VUCAH world. Build your organizational capacity and adapt to the ever-changing business trends with the Dash Plus framework today. To learn more about Dash Plus, visit our website today.